I genuinely don't really like the fact that I have to say something like this because it's just bothering me that much. But I have just been seeing this all over the internet. I have just been seeing so much horrible, horrible shit about this. And I just want to talk about this because I genuinely just. This day and age in the internet really fucking blows, honestly. um, and I just kind of want to get this off my mind because I think I'm the perfect person to say this kind of thing because I don't side with Democrats or Republicans at fucking all, or really anyone in the political spectrum because I'm registered to no party. So I want to just say this really really fast because I think this is absolutely important to say. So I'm sure a lot of people know at this point. It's been 2 days since the point of when this video will go up about how Charlie Kirk has unfortunately passed away due to someone taking violence and choosing that as a response to their difference in opinion with Charlie Kirk. And granted, I have a very different opinion to what Charlie Kirk believes. I don't advocate for transphobia or gun violence or a whole load of things that Charlie Kirk has openly said to people. You know, I have seen a lot of quotes, I've seen a lot of his interviews, and I don't agree with the guy. But that is not an excuse for any level of political violence. And anybody, anybody calling for war or for fighting back against some invisible enemy when we don't even know who shot him. And this goes for both sides of the conversation. And I understand the philosophy about how people who say they want to lack empathy, I get the mentality because there's been so many times that on one side of the spectrum, it seems like people just don't really give a shit. So it's like, well, why does another side have to have such a high standard to live up to? And all I have to say is, if you are going to downplay the fact that someone you disagreed with was shot and you're justifying that, we have truly fallen as a society. Again, I don't agree with anything that Charlie Kirk said, but political violence is never the fucking answer. It is never the answer to any of this because it is just heinous, it is disgusting, and someone died. Now, I want to specifically call out one example, and it sadly is from the President of the United States and his call talking about the radical left has demonized people like Charlie Kirkfree. All you are doing is throwing more gasoline on the fire. Like, it is not that he is registered as a Republican. It is legitimately just at this moment in time, you should be promoting that no person should be ever seeking out political retribution. We should be uniting as a nation. And here you are going out of your way to basically say, well, sneaky liberals, even though we have no idea who shot him. And it just infuriates me. I don't think it's okay to look at this and think, well, it's a finger pointing contest that the right and the left, and oh, he had it coming, and this and that. Like, no, no, no. I'm so sorry, but no, no, we should not be doing that. And the fact that we are, and the fact that both sides feel like they're digging their heels into it because one side is lacking empathy and the other one is just declaring war. Like, what are we as a nation at this point to sit here and just start screaming at each other when someone with a large amount of influence. Again, even if you disagree, even if you hate someone to the highest degree, does that mean that they truly deserve death? It doesn't matter if they quote unquote were asking for it because they made the choice to, you know, say the things they said. That doesn't justify it. It never will justify it. It saddens me that the moment that he died, this became a political conversation. And I knew it was kind of inevitable, but like, it's horrible that it has to just become that immediately in this day and age. It's why I don't lean to either side. It's why I absolutely get so frustrated. Like, Pete Buttigieg put up a post talking about, like, hey guys, this is a really horrible thing, and even if we disagreed with him, we have to be respectful and we should, feel empathetic towards someone that has unfortunately lost their life. And people were just in the comment section and they were like, nah, Republicans didn't really give a shit when those people in Minnesota, I think it was Minnesota, got shot, and all these other instances where Republicans didn't give a shit. You know what, man? Fuck party lines and all that shit, man. Like, we should be just empathetic towards anybody dying. It shouldn't be a matter of politics and such. And if the big politicians and all these big people in the political space are acting like assholes and saying all these horrible things when the opposite party gets shot, it's not like, oh, Democrats should be better. No, people as a whole should recognize just how wrong that mentality is, and they should be able to look at us and say, okay, we need to not do that because that is horrible, just demonizing people. Like holy fucking shit, is that absolutely the worst fucking way that we can be handling this. We should be saying someone lost their life because they spoke out with an opinion, even if it is different, even if it is the worst horrible fucking take in the world, if that's how you personally feel. And personally, again, I don't agree with anything. I'm not trying to justify anything that Charlie Kirk has ever said. And I am not advocating for the fact that, oh, he deserved it, because that's not how this is. That's never what this will be. Because to someone else, my opinion is wrong and stupid and horrible. Does that mean I deserve to get shot because I have a different opinion than what a majority of some part of the country thinks? I don't eat chocolate. Should I be shot for that? Like, I'm sorry, it's just, it blows my mind. It genuinely blows my mind that this is where we are as a society, that we are so willing to just jump so gun-ho into just pointing fingers at the opposite side and not coming together and saying, okay, this is all going too far. We need to start working together, not further dividing. And again, I will simply put it straight. President of the United States is not helping. Elon Musk is not helping. There are so many people just not helping. Whether you are calling for war on either side, or whether you're saying, well, I'm not going to have sympathy because XYZ, then don't fucking talk. Just because the internet gave you a megaphone does not mean you should fucking pick it up and say such horrible shit. Like, when you talk behind a screen and you say all these horrible, fucking ludicrous, sort of insane things like that, your post could be radicalizing the next person to take an even worse action in life to further increase this political discourse that exists. You could be saying something at the right time, at the right place for someone to be like, you know what? Yeah, I totally believe that. I'm gonna go do something stupid. And then something like this happens again. And then it's just more finger pointing. It's more this, that, and the next thing. It's no change that's actually meaningful. And it's just, it becomes this sort of like, it just becomes this never ending fucking cycle. Instead of people coming together and saying like, hey man, this guy should not have fucking died. I don't know, like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm fucking crazy to even think that, but like, I don't know, man. I just don't get it, man. I just genuinely don't fucking get it. It disgusts me. It disgusts me, the way that people are handling this. Again, I've spoken to people on both sides, and both sides of the equation have had the exact same thought process. Both fucking sides. You know how crazy that is? That I've talked to people individually from both sides of the spectrum, from the center side of the spectrum, and the one thing that we could all agree on is that this is just going to make things worse. You know, we can have our crackpot conspiracy theories about who the shooter may or may not be. We can all have our thought processes on, you know, like, it doesn't change the fact that sadly this will just bring more political violence unless there is a call to disarm. And that's what we should be doing. Again, whether you agree or you disagree, we should not be advocating for this. We should not be happy about this, because this could happen to anybody. And what this kind of shows is that, no matter what, because this is now like the third or fourth shooting this year that is politically charged, this can happen to any side at any time. And that's a scary thought. Right, Kirk wasn't even a politician, he was a political commentary person. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just am terrified for where we are going. And I'm terrified for what's about to happen. I'm terrified that people are going to be persecuted more based on political belief. I'm scared that more people are going to get more violent. I'm scared this isn't the last time. I'm genuinely terrified. Actually, I am going to put this up today. You know? Because fuck it. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Anyways, I know I got a little heated for a moment there, but like, it just genuinely, scares me that this is the mentality that people have. It's horrifying that this is the implication of where we are going as a society. I wish there was more togetherness. I know that probably will never happen in my time. There will never probably be peace in my time, but I wish we could. I genuinely do. And maybe I'm foolish, maybe I'm stupid, but I don't know. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this this little rant thing. I just kind of need to get this off my chest. I appreciate you guys giving me this little tiny platform for me to just kind of speak out and say things. And yeah, as always, I'll talk to you all next time. Again, hopefully with a more lighter topic, but I just felt like I needed to say something about this. All right, I'll talk to you all later.